Hello, everybody. This is the 2021 Virginia Governor's candidate, Merle Rutledge Jr. And I always love to give out behind the scenes of what's going on, so you'll know when I'm actually responding back compared to somebody else responding for me. So I get this message about my language. So I always love to answer these questions, but this time frame, this cut the cake because a nice little person on a professional website said, I generally support your positions 100%, but I find your language inappropriate at times. I think you can make your points on a professional networking site without using the F word, etc. Good luck with your candidacy. So, me always giving out behind the scenes and don't really care how I feel about other people's feelings, especially while America goes broke and we are living in socialism. So I respond back. I say I tell it like it is, always. Never will be told what to say or how to act. We got that being done to millions of Virginia citizens right now. So sorry if my language offends you. My country is more important than your feelings. Virginia won't be a socialist state under my watch. This is exactly what people are saying, and I'm not going to dilute their expression for any website. My candidacy depends on being real and putting it out there very clearly where I stand. So then he responds back, well, I tell it like it is too. I just don't need to use 4-letter words to get my point across. To each his own. I think it weakens your message and may turn off people who would otherwise support your platform. Many on both sides are turned off by what is increasingly uncivilized discord. He talks very proper, so I wanted to give out a proper message because I didn't feel like I need to be so proper. So I told him back that to get him right back in his place, I use whatever words I want. Sick of Democrats having sympathizers while small business burns and America goes broke. They deserve whatever I want to say to them cockroaches. Now, look at this, people. All across the country right now, we have people demanding America reopen. All across this country, we have liberal governors not opening, but saying we're going to tighten the belt on our restrictions. We are falling in love with telling hardworking, law-abiding Americans how to live, talk, walk, go to the grocery store. You can't plant a garden, so farmers are affected. They also planning their new tax working. And then, to top it off, some are saying gun stores ain't essential while criminals being released is. Then we have those saying the very drugs that's used to treat coronavirus is being banned in certain states. So it furthers the problem. Then, to top it off, now one governor says you can't have a passenger in your car. Then another one wants to close down the beaches. And then we find out there's a study that says UV light kills off coronavirus quickly. So wouldn't the beach be a great idea? See, I don't fall for that Democratic bullshit. Now, some want to talk about my language. See, Y'all had politicians talking proper. Like I said, y'all had politicians putting up fancy language to block small businesses from surviving during this time being held hostage. You had fancy language when they was writing up the stimulus program and Democrats was getting their pork barrel projects through and was hoping America will look into the devil in the details. All this was going on while they was using proper language. They was disrespecting America's intelligence. They was disrespecting each and every one of you that has bled, sweat, shed tears, and lived your American story, which they try to take away any time frame they want. Things I have fought against inch by inch, mile by mile, town to county, liberal city, doesn't matter. I walked through those doors and raised hell and left. And then when it was over, it was clear nothing else happened. That wasn't because of me. That was because when you challenge somebody's heart and you talk real and you tell them how you feel, sometimes some words slip for ordinary people who are scared. My words don't slip. It's meant to hit hard. It's meant to let you know that I'm not backing down where other politicians have fallen and broken their oath to the Constitution, broken their oath to you, their promises to you. Right now, do you think this is the America you want to live in with the proper language, with the fake politicians, those controlling how you talk, walk? Now they got drones out there flying around talking about get back in your house. That's the America you want to live in? That's because you talk proper. See, when you are not a politician, like I spoke on this before, and you're a patriot, you don't care how you go about handling business until the job is done. And sometimes you gotta step on toes and ruffle feathers to get it done. See, they will all tell you, whether it's Chase, Herring, Fairfax, Northam, locality after locality, town after town, county after county. Out of all of those candidates that's running for governor right now, they are going to tell you, and you ask them, who is more likely to commit and make change happen ASAP? Who's more likely not to bitch and complain during a crisis and make sure the state stay running? Who is more likely not to kiss my ass? They're going to all tell you. Out of all of them, Merle Rutledge has proven it. Merle Rutledge has told the establishment he's not going to be told what to do, how to say, how to act. Conservatives has also told people the same exact thing. Democrats has told people the same exact thing. Libertarians have told people exactly the same thing. That's a different type of Republican right there. He doesn't care what room he walks in, whether he's talking to the Tea Party, whether he's talking to the country club, whether he's going down to the low-income communities, talking to people in the projects, to those going to church and those on the street corner. He doesn't change. He tells the same exact very people, because you bleed just like me, so what makes you special? See, America is waking up cursing every single day because they see a socialist state that's ran by police enforcing it by a tyrant governor. Do you think when they're protesting out there for their gun rights, they are talking proper? They are out there pissed off because they know what government like this is plotting. on the American people. And they ain't foolish. So they're trying to nip it right there in the bud from the beginning. And sorry if their comments doesn't appease your feelings. Their country is more important than that. I get calls from Christian conservatives. And when they're on the phone with me, they say, blase, blase, blase. But they also cursing and they say, I apologize for slipping. I apologize, Mr. Rutledge. I didn't mean to. I tell them straight up, I understand why you pissed off. I'm just like you. I go out on the streets every day. I don't have a magic hair salon or a makeup artist right now to make me look good. I look just like you. We all having bad days. But it seems like the politicians managed to find a hair salon and a spa and a massage therapist and all that quote unquote not practicing social distance because they said, I need to look good for the TV while America doesn't look good out there in the public where they have to face it every single day while politicians get their gravy train. You don't hear about Pelosi or Schumer or AOC talking about their hair wasn't done today. Have you noticed that? You don't see that part. They looking good. But they ain't going to tell you, well, we don't have to practice social distancing, but you do. That's what elites get their nice little power streak. Because, see, when they are telling people and doing all that, that's when you become power hungry. And abuse and corruption more continue to happen. That's that cancer. See, coronavirus ain't killing people. It's the complications. And the complications isn't because of heart disease. It's the complications of politicians that don't care. They feel like, hey, $2,000 a month takes care of you. When you go to the grocery store, you get to buy one roll of toilet paper and go on about your business. You don't see politicians going through that. Governor Northam says this is the new normal in Virginia. I'm going to tell you straight up how many politicians have stood up there and said, I'd be damned if this is the new normal. There's Republicans. I don't hear enough action. I hear too much silence from our leaders. And trust me, I give it to the GOP too. I don't discriminate. I'm the equal opportunity type of Republican that would give it to the establishment on both ends. Especially when I see you soft like milkshakes. And we keep voting you milkshakes in, and we wonder why we don't have strong leaders when we need them. All of this crap and craziness has gone on with the very leaders that's already elected. But you saying something's going to change by putting the same one back into a power-hungry position? Not enough patriots are in the governor's mansion. That's why we have exactly the coward type of tactics being done today. People are afraid when they didn't have to be afraid. Our forefathers are stronger than this. And they gone a long time ago. You think George Washington was running around hiding and ducking, and they come out for a press conference? That's the only time you see them. And then they go back into their little rat hole. I would love to have some cheese for that rat called Northam, so when he comes out, that rat trap goes ahead and crushes him. Because we don't need this type of weakness. We don't need this type of leadership. And we're about to have that go on again for another 4 years if you keep sending out career politicians to be your representative or your nominee. You think career politicians care? Those career politicians are all they already with them lobbyists, and when they are told to shut up, they shut up. You can ask anybody about me that knows me directly, that sat in the room with me. Tell them what they tell me to shut up and see what happens to them. They saw the results. Come at them. Because I can tell you, what he talks about in his life is him in person. But the thing is, he makes a whole lot of sense, because guess what? He's telling the American people what is being hidden through exemptions. I'm transparent. I don't have nothing to hide. Anything in my past I don't care about, it made me. The American story. The American story isn't about everything being handed to you. The American story is what you think about every single time frame where you had it hard, where you had to make that extra hour of overtime, that extra inch by inch to wake up in the morning on days you didn't want to wake up. That's the American story. Because that story is what you tell your kids about how you don't quit, how everything can stand against you, how everything or everybody can act like they don't know you when you need them. But the thing is, I'd rather be there when they need me than for me to need them. See, people don't talk like that. Politicians don't talk like that. Talk right now, they're talking about how we can use this type of power in the future whenever we want to shut down America's right to protest, right to express themselves, right to speak out against a government that has not only taken over and committed martial law to its own citizens, but they also are committing slavery, and they should be charged right now. Sorry, politicians don't talk like me, because I don't know their language. I only know how to be Merle Rutledge. I only know when I'm on the campaign trail how to be me. I don't know how to be Democrat. I don't know how to be a socialist. I don't know how it is to oppress people. I don't know how to abuse power and tell people you can't work and live and earn. I don't know that. That's what them politicians know right now. Then there's politicians on the other side, not just Democrats. There are Republicans on the side, there are rhinos that are saying we can. Anytime frame America can go hostage to blackmailers in D.C., in Richmond, all over the country. You tell me. That's what you vote for, and that's what you got representing you, is the person who got you locked in the house in fear. When I came out throughout this coronavirus situation, I'm the only man that came out and said, we kicking coronavirus ass, because I knew the statistics. I looked at the devil in the details, what these politicians were doing. They was for port barrel projects that would have never been America. Speak on that. And about every single day now, they were waiting for a stimulus. All this other stuff. Now they have. Guess what? More debt is piling up. That's the real state fees is piling up. More resources that they barely even have now is dwindling, and they trying to put food on the table, but you worrying about how politics talks. That's why we have lost 10 years right now and counting, because we have politicians talking for us. The ones who we talking for us, let me tell you, because I've been there. I've been on those front lines. Those who protest in Richmond on those front lines in the grass. Not those on the stage giving out speeches of grandeur and bullshit. Those all across the state, militias, sheriffs and police that said that we won't comply. Those. Now I'm back. I had to get a better connection, but I still ain't done yet because, like I said, that bull me up. Hear somebody tell me all the fancy different ways America gets screwed over. See, when I wear my shirt, it says Rutledge University. Now we got new ones. It says on the back, it says, I'm not your typical Republican. I fight back. And on the bottom of the shirt, it says, fuck fear. That wasn't temporary. That wasn't just a slogan just to get attention. There's not a person who met me in person that's going to say that shirt. I left exactly what he's all about. He's about being real. Not putting on shows. Not dressing up for the cameras. Not feeling like any person is bigger than me. I talk to the janitor as well as the CEOs. That's because everybody has wisdom. Everybody has experience. Everybody has a story. There is always nobody who should be ignored. That janitor could be a Marine, somebody in the Army. That CEO could be a Marine, Navy, police officer, civil rights leader. The fact is, one thing they all have in common. They don't like where America is going. They don't like the direction Virginia is going. And that's because as much as President Trump tries to be the one to stop the Democratic agenda, and right now, outsiders are going to influence our election. The same argument they used about Russia. But now this ain't Russia. This is those who don't pay taxes here. Those who don't have the American story bled here. Those who should not be in our elections here. That's what a tyrant and corrupt government does. They bring in outsiders to help them in their fight. And they bring them in against America. That's exactly what this is. We are at war. President Trump wasn't lying. This is wartime. This is about us. All of those who are right now paying attention to the TVs, paying attention to the internet, whatever it had be, or have you, to find out the truth. Are we being played? And I'm telling America, we are being played. No buts about it. That's what politicians don't want to say. That's what patriots will say. So to everybody out there talking about my language, I know Christians that curse. I know politicians that curse. I know patriots and doesn't care about what language is used. Stand with the people, them, not with the politicians or the swamp. Like I said, I'm going to walk deep into the swamp, get my boots muddied, and I'm going to walk it dry. Like I said, when people in government are liberal, related, socialist intent, they are gone. Because Virginia will never, ever be a socialist state. But right now, you are living in socialism. If you like how your life is right now, keep voting for career politicians. Virginia should have never been locked down. That means the flu will lock us down. if we are willing to give up our constitutional rights, if we are willing to let government do this to us, then you might as well get ready to get prepared and prepped. Watch the handmaid's tale. That's exactly what our future will be if we don't fight today. So when you ask all these other politicians about what they're going to do, what are they doing right now? Like I said, everybody could pass the blame, pass the buck. Take risks. And they continue to make sure that America stays free. I can't say it any clearer than that. So if you support Merle Rutledge, you're not to Richmond or to the. You're not getting a politician who bought off by the establishment. You're not getting a politician bow down and make you look. You're going to get somebody that goes up in there and kicks the door in on that nice speech day. I'm going to say a liberal or a Democrat, and you are working in state government, because we saw exactly how y'all been handling policy for the last year, and nobody in Virginia wants that crap. So, like I said, I support all those patriots that's fighting to reopen Virginia, reopen America, because that's who you should be fighting with, not the politicians. Because if you look at everybody right now today, politicians is doing their everyday business like usual. America is not. So tell me, you want to vote for a politician again? Or do you want to vote for a patriot to make sure this doesn't happen again? My name is Merle Rutledge. I am the 2021 candidate for governor of Virginia. Not apologetic. Not your typical Republican. I'm no longer business as usual. That's because America deserves better. Virginia deserves better. And the battlefield is not going to be in California. Right now, we are fighting California not to be Virginia. That's the truth of the matter. And Virginia will be Virginia again. Thank you for your time. And y'all enjoy your weekend.